a song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in? Wrapped around, wrapped around.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, My Top News. Basically what this channel is going to be about is my top news that I think is interesting or that I find interesting. Also, this is a commentary channel, as you can see, so I will also be talking about whatever I kind of feel like, yeah. Anyway, my name is Ryan, and I'll be guiding you through what I think is interesting news. Also, if you guys would like, you can put anything you would like me to talk about in the comments, and I will find information and tell you what my views are. But right now, I kind of want to go into an interesting topic, and it's basically teacher versus student, or school versus students. Now, this has happened to me before, and it's happened to others. So, let's get right into it. It all starts at a school, but not just any school, my school. Kings Canyon Middle School. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is Kings Canyon Middle School? Well, it's in my hometown. And I'm sure you would like to know where my hometown is, but I'm not going to tell you. So, anyway. So, basically how it goes, there's this teacher, this bald teacher, but he wasn't just any bald teacher. He was a fat, bald teacher, as you can see. And so the way it goes, me and this girl were kind of having a talk. But not just any talk. This talk was a long talk. The short story is I called her a mean girl. But not just any mean girl. You see, I said she was a teacher's pet. I said that the only reason why she got an award at this award ceremony we had for my music department was because she was the teacher's pet, She yells at us and the teacher thinks, yes, she's leading the class great, and that basically she's the one and only can do things. The one and only who could lead the class. When really he was telling me and my friends to do this, this, and this, right? I was the one staying after school making sure things, I was the one practicing with my friends, stuff like that, right? And so, to me, I decided to be a hero and tell her what I thought. And so, I told her she was a teacher's pet. The only reason why she got an award was because she was a teacher's pet. She never really does things. I always do things. I keep the class together, basically, is what I told her. And, well, let's just say she decided to say, fuck you. And then she started to say, you know what, Ryan? What do you really do? I'm a nice girl, and yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do that voice. Basically, what she said was that, you know what, Ryan? F you, as you can see what I just said earlier. And then she decided to say that she was a nice girl, she's yelling at me, and that she deserved that award because she's a nice girl and that she can do nothing wrong. And so then finally, I basically got up and I was like, fuck you, good night. Which, that's what I should have said, but I didn't. What I said was that, you know what? You're right. You are a nice girl. That's why you're yelling at me right now. And that's why you're basically cussing at me. And then she went to say, well, you're dumb, Ryan. As I'm trying to leave. And I said, you know what? You're right. I am dumb. That's when my IQ is 164 points, which is above average. Which is more than you, because I'm sure you're 0% average. Now, that is true. I am 116, actually, not 164, but I said that just to add how more smart I am on the spectrum, basically. And so, then the teacher decided to talk to me. Now, obviously, this is the same that, bald, ugly teacher. And so, basically, he tries to tell me why I did this, saying that she's crying and things like that. And I'm basically telling him, well, this started with you. This wouldn't have happened if you have chosen the correct person. And let's just say he didn't take that too kindly. Now, my mom came to come pick me up that day, and he tried talking to her. Now, he said that what I did was the equivalent to workplace harassment. Let me say it again. Workplace harassment. And she was mad. She did not like that. Let me tell you now, she did not like that. She said, if you're charging my son with workplace harassment, this conversation is done, because we're going to school board. But he wouldn't stop, and, before this all started, we're at school, and she's telling him, I can't do this right now, make an appointment, we can talk about it later, kind of thing, right? But he does not want to. He does not want to, let me tell you. And so, anyway, back to where I was. So he continues to say that I'm doing workplace harassment, and that in the situation where he's being harassed, like, at work, you can't leave that situation. But if he was at Walmart, he could, because that's a public place. And then my mom said if she couldn't leave that situation, why was it that towards the end, when my son, basically realized that he shouldn't have said anything, he tried leaving the conversation, which I did tell you guys, that I tried leaving, and she kept talking to me. And let it be noted that I didn't start this conversation. Someone asked me, and I told them my opinion, and then she asked me repeatedly till the point where I was just like, you know what, here you go. And basically the topic, obviously, of this video is teacher versus student, school versus student. And so what the teacher does is he tries to call the principal can't come, the vice principal, security guard, and like a counselor comes down to where we are. Realizing that we're just talking, no fist fighting, no nothing, the way the teacher made it seem like, the security guard went away and the principal talked to the teacher. The teacher tells the vice principal, his side of the story of what the girl told her. Now, obviously, you would think, okay, Ryan, what happened? Get both perspectives to see how this went down, obviously. But he did not. What he did was he asked me to leave. I said, why? He said, because I asked you. I said, why? Because I have a right to stay here. You're talking about me. I didn't say that, but that's what I meant. And then my mom went to say, he's my son. Whatever you have to tell me, he can be here to listen, basically. And so then he turns to my mom, looks her right in the face, stare down, right, like mouth to mouth almost, saying, your son does not have a right to his first opinion. Sorry, my first opinion. First Amendment. He does not have the right to invade other people's privacy, give his opinion, especially when it hurts someone. And she said, why? Why is it that my First Amendment is taken away from me in schools, especially when it's saying opinion that maybe hurts someone? And so they're going back and forth in that, and then finally she goes, well, are you charging my son with harassment? Because if you are, this conversation's over. He says, I take that as a threat, ma'am. Well, how do you take that as a threat? Basically, because how's that a threat, right? How could that be even considered a threat? It's not. There's no way it could be considered a threat. And so they're going back and forth, and he finally asked me, Ryan, do opinions hurt? I say yes. Why? Well, if I have an opinion that you don't disagree, and maybe it's about you, obviously it's going to affect you to where you might not like it. But if I have an opinion on something maybe political, whether or not it is or not, you might like it because you agree with my opinion. Opinions can hurt depending on the person you're telling the opinion to, or you have the opinion about. Yeah. Anyway, so it becomes a big old thing where they're denying what I did and things like this. And until finally he's, what, I'm not going to suspend you. Like, 3 days left of school. It's like, if you weren't going to suspend me, why have this conversation with me in the first place? A couple days go by, I'm getting kicked out of school, suspended, sent home because my phone pops out of my pocket and the teacher takes it as an opportunity to send me to the office. He takes my phone out of my hand after asking for it. Well, he didn't ask it, he just wanted to see it because he told me to put it away. I thought I turned it off, put it away, things like that. Obviously, that didn't happen. And, well, I got it taken away. I asked to call my mom 3 times. He said no. I asked why all 3 times, saying that his phone was right there. You know what he said? He said, because I'm giving a referral, which I don't know if you have at your schools or wherever you might be, if you heard of this, like a way to get sent to the office. I tell the office people that this is harassment. They don't believe me. They say, why did I do this? Why did I do that? It comes down to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm leaving. Kind of in my own mind, getting mad. They call my parents. They tell me the office to basically let me go to my grandma's house. And basically, the moral of the story is to never let anyone doubt your views about anything, or to let them demand you, to be able to control you to where you feel like if they do something wrong, you shouldn't say anything, or that even though schools say this is a safe place, it's not. There's always something. And basically just to believe in your values that you have and things like that, and to never give up. And even if a school or teacher is denying you, always know that you probably have the best intentions. So, oh, and shout out to the Gaming Geek for letting me use this gaming video that you're seeing right now, and for my intro and outro. Anyway, my name is Ryan, and this is my top news. Please subscribe and like, comment down below what you want me to do next, or if you like this, and if you have any other experience like this. Thank you. Good night.
Action, tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped around, wrapped around.